It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary. Dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary.
Ba-ba-dibba-dope-bo. Hello, word nerds, and welcome to the dictionary, hosted by me, Spencer. Welcome. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing fantastically, wonderfully today, and we are going to... Oh, I guess you could say this is the gloss section, the gloss episode, because I think every single word in this episode, from the beginning to the end, starts with G-L-O-S-S, and there's none before this episode and none after this episode, which just landed so perfectly. I know you've been waiting for the gloss episode. All right, here we go. The first word in this episode is the first form of the word gloss. Gloss, I guess some people say gloss. That's fair, fine if they want to say that. Gloss and gloss. It's a noun from 1538. Number 1, a surface luster or brightness. A luster or a brightness on a surface. These sunglasses right over here, I think you could say that they have a bit of a gloss because they have a brightness and a luster. And my skin is so glossy. It's so shiny. Let's see. The synonym is the word shine. Number 2A. A deceptively attractive appearance. The example is selfishness that had a gloss of humanitarianism about it. What? Selfishness that had a gloss of humanitarianism about it. So, okay, the definition again is deceptively attractive appearance. So, I mean, we could take that very literally. A deceptively attractive appearance is like, oh, you seem very attractive. Just physically, let's talk about that. But you're not. But I think really, mostly what this definition is about what's deep down, not what's on the appearance, but what's deep down in the heart and the soul. So the example is saying that this, let's say a person or an idea has, it seems like they're being, they're humanitarian. They're really doing this thing to show that they care about people. But actually deep down, there's a selfishness that they really are just doing this for themselves. And you know what? Our current president might be very much like that, although sometimes it's not really secret or under the surface. It's just right there in front. There's the selfishness, but he often claims, I'm doing this for the people, blah, blah, blah. But no, you're not. All right, let's move off of that, because the more we talk about it, the more depressed we get. What are we on? 2B. Bright, often superficial attractiveness. The example is showbiz gloss. Showbiz gloss, which is bright, often superficial attractiveness. Yes, because it's all about how do things look? How do they feel right out there in the world? And it's not about what's on the inside. Because unfortunately, showbiz, the business of the show, is so much about just physical looks, attractiveness, all those sorts of things. And then we have number 3, a transparent cosmetic preparation for adding shine and usually color to the lips. The lips. You put a gloss on the lips. It's a cosmetic thing. It's usually transparent, but it adds a little bit of shininess. It adds a little bit of color. I don't have a gloss. Hold on. I have a thing over here. I guess I have a lip gloss. Does this say? There's a couple of them. Let's grab another one. Let's see. These are really more just like moisturizer things. I don't think that I don't think we could call these lip glosses, but let's put one on. This one's open. And is it going to add a little bit of a gloss? We could overdo it if we wanted to. We're just putting on some gloss onto the lips. Oh, yeah, this is feeling very glossy. We're going overboard. Has it? Oh, yes, I believe it has added a gloss. A gloss to the lips. Here, should we get closer to the camera? Oh, yeah, so glossy. All right, we're just going to leave that on for a while. Some people, they put this on all the time. They're like, I just want to put a little gloss on my lips because I want to make my lips all shiny so people want to kiss them. I don't want to kiss them back. I just want people to want to kiss my lips. Me, me, me. Oh, see, you never know where this podcast is going to go. All right, let's look at the etymology. This is akin to the Middle High German glossen, which means to glow or shine. Akin to the Old English, we've seen this before a handful of times recently, gyolu, which means yellow. So the Middle High German glossen, to glow. Are my lips glowing? Woo! All right, let's make a sound effect. It's going to go shoo. I guess I could maybe go shing. That's like the gloss of a thing. Oh, damn, those are glossy. Whew. You couldn't go to YouTube and look at this. There's literally video of this. Is it recording? Yes, it is. All right, now we have the second form of gloss. This one is a verb, only transitive, from 1656. Number 1A. To mask the true nature of. Also, give a deceptively attractive appearance to. This is used with the word over, as in, the mystery was general, where not glossed over by liberal application of alcohol. That is a quote from Marston Bates. All right, so what was that quote saying? Well, let's read the definition again. To mask the true nature of, or give a deceptive, attractive appearance to. We're saying there's two things going on, kind of like the what did we have before, the deceptively attractive appearance. So there's this thing over here covering what's going on down here. So the misery was general. This is the quote. The misery was general, where not glossed over by liberal application of alcohol. Oh boy, this is there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of layers to this. It goes deep. So I think what they're saying is that there was a lot of alcohol added, and it was basically masking the misery. Sometimes people do this if they're feeling real down about stuff. Ugh, I feel so miserable. I'm going to mask that feeling with alcohol. There's a gloss. The misery has been glossed over by all the alcohol that I'm drinking. Woo! That's not a great idea. 1B, to deal with, too lightly or not at all. And what are you dealing with? It's probably a subject or a problem. This is also used with the word over, as in, glosses over scholarly controversies rather than confronting them head on. That is a quote from John Israel. Glossing over scholarly controversies instead of just dealing with them. Do you have a problem? What's the thing that you got to deal with? Are you dealing with it, or are you just glossing over it? We're just going to pass right over it. We're just going to push that under the rug. We don't care about that. Those scholarly controversies, scholarly controversies. And number 2 is to give a gloss to. Oh, I really gloss these lips, baby. All right, next is ring, the third form of gloss. This is also a noun. Our first form was a noun. This is also a noun from the year 1548. I remember it well. 1A. A brief explanation of a difficult or obscure word or expression. And let's see, the example is as in the margin or between the lines of text. Okay, so you're adding a brief little explanation of something in the margins of the paper. Maybe your teacher might write this in red. It's of a difficult or obscure word or expression. Margin or okay, so it's an explanation of a concept or a word that's maybe hard to understand, and so you add that little explanation in the sides, and that's called a gloss. Interesting. I did not know this because I am not doing this, and I'm not a teacher and or an editor or any of those things. At least not an editor in text form. Now we have 1B, a false and often willfully misleading interpretation of what? Of text, probably. A false and often willfully misleading. So you're interpreting text in the wrong way on purpose. And that's called a gloss? Well, okay, this is interesting. We get to now 2A. The synonym is glossary. Now, we're going to learn about glossary soon, but how does that relate to this thing that's like the wrong interpretation or just an interpretation in general? Let's learn more. Let's keep on reading and learn more. Oh, it's so exciting to learn more. 2B, an interlinear translation. So I guess that's a translation of something in between the lines? Maybe literally or maybe metaphorically? I don't know. Number 2C, a continuous commentary accompanying a text. So you got your text, and then you got a continuous commentary. Well, I would think maybe it's a sports commentary. Maybe as you're reading, there's a sports commentator in your ear talking about, oh, okay, now they've read line 5 and they're very confused about line 5 and how are they going to interpret this, and are they going to maybe write some words? Oh yes, they're writing some words in the margins. They're asking some questions, and they're like, oh, and then they figure out, oh, maybe this is what this means, and they write their little explanation, and oh wait, that explanation is misleading. It's willfully misleading everybody. Oh, this is very fascinating. There's never been such excitement in the sport of reading. Number 3, the synonyms are commentary and interpretation. That's exactly what we just did. Okay, so now this has its own etymology. So before we had gloss, talking about my lips, obviously, glowing, shining, yellow for some reason. And then we have this etymology, which is clearly about a different topic. It is from the Middle Latin glossa, which is from the Greek glossa or glotta, which means tongue or language, or also just obscure word. Akin to the Greek word glochis, which means projecting point. Fascinating. That took a change. We have come across many obscure words in this podcast. Definitely obscure to me. So, tongue, language, obscure word, that's what this word basically means, and then it became all these other things. Well, hey, let's keep on going down that pathway of language with this word gloss. Shring! The fourth form of gloss is a transitive verb, I think it's only transitive, from 1603, number 1A, to provide a gloss for, and of course that would be some sort of interpretation or commentary or one of those things. The synonyms are explain and define. Please explain this to me. Can you please gloss these words to me? I don't know what these words mean. Well, you know what? That's what I'm doing for you. I am dispensing this information. I am glossing the dictionary for you because it's so hard to understand. Sometimes it really is. So I'm your glosser. And then we have 1B. The synonym is interpret. Interpret. Oh, the first thing that popped in my mind was Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. He had a skill where he could gloss the dreams of people. He would interpret them and tell you what they mean, what they meant. So he was a dream glosser. Dream glosser, interpreting my dreams. What does it mean when my teeth fall out of my head? Oh, I hate that one. Number 2, to dispose of by false or perverse interpretation, as in trying to gloss away from the irrationalities of the universe. That's a quote from Erwin Edman. Erwin Edman, what did he say? trying to gloss away the irrationalities of the universe. Okay, so we're getting rid of these interpretations, getting rid of the irrational interpretations of the universe. Oh man, there's a story here with this quote. I want to know what was happening. All right, well, hey, we did all of those 4 forms, and now we shall go to shring. We have the prefix gloss or glosso, so we're going to see some more words related to that. Let's see. It's there's no year. Number 1, it means tongue, as in the example, glossitis. We're going to talk about that real soon. Number 2, language, as in the example, glossolalia. Which, I mean, can we just stop this podcast right now? Did we come across the best word ever? Glossolalia? Jeez. All right, it looks like this is probably using the same etymology that we saw before, which was the Greek glossa or glotta, which means tongue or language. So that's the world we're talking about. And literally, those 2 definitions, one meant tongue, one meant language. You use your tongue, if you got one, to speak your language. If you speak language, some people speak language with their hands, so that's a different, but it's still language. All right, well now we shall go shing. My lips have a shing. Now we have glossa. Glossa or glossa, we just added an A. It's a noun from circa 1852. A tongue or lingual structure, especially in an insect. Especially the median distal lobe of the labium of an insect. Well, now I feel like I just need to look up some pictures of, let's see, glossa in insects. Oh, this is going to be interesting. We're looking for pictures. We are looking for pictures. Oh, so many charts and diagrams. What is this one? Where's the glossa in this? Oh, there it is. What is this? It's a bee. Why does it say bees with eeb? E-E-B. These are the mouth parts of a bee. And there's this one. It's colored in yellow, but I don't think that's real. It's just a long, skinny thing that comes straight out the center of everything, and that's called the glossa. What's this one? This one, is this also a bee? It's also a bee. Yeah, it's got, so this is an actual picture. It's not a drawing like the other one was. And they have what is essentially a tongue, and it's sticking out, and it looks like it has looks like a feather. It looks like it has little things on the sides. Let's see, what is this guy? That looks like some sort of beetle. There's nothing pointing to the glossa, so I don't know where it is. This is a drawing of some sort of insect head. It doesn't say what kind of insect. It just says insect head anatomy. This one's got 2 glossas. All right. Hey, I didn't know insects got glossas. They didn't teach me that in insect school. Okay, anything yeah, we know it's from tongue, so let's move on to shring. We have glossarist. Glossarist. It's a noun from 1774. The synonym is glossator or glossator. I think it's glossator or glossator. That's one of those. Anyway, that word's coming up. So we'll learn about that shortly. And now we go to shring. Glossary. Noun from the 14th century. Now, where did we have this? We had the synonym, I think, right? Didn't we have a synonym for glossary earlier? There it is. The word gloss it was all about the interpreting of the words, and one of the definitions was the synonym glossary, which is a collection of textual glosses or of specialized terms with their meanings. Glossarial, that is an adjective. So the glossary, if you go sometimes to the back of some sort of specialized book, you will see here's the glossary. Here are all the words, terms, and phrases that were used in this book, and here is what they mean. And we learned with the word gloss, that these are, very specifically, 2C was a continuous commentary accompanying a text, or there was also an interlinear translation. So it's all about, here's the additional information that you need to study this stuff. Now, let's see. Does this book have... If we go all the way to the end of this book, we have lots of things. Let's see. That's a big, thick page. There's an index, forms of address, which is like corporal and president. I don't know if there's going to be a glossary. This doesn't seem like the type of book that would have a glossary. We got capitals and italics and punctuation, signs and symbols. There's a lot of these pages. We got geographical names. Oh boy, we got to go. Oh my God, am I going to have to do some special episodes about all these someday? There's a lot. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of pages of geographical names. Holy tamale. We're going backwards page by page because you never know when you're going to come across something else. Here we go. Biographical names. Let's skip this section. I really want to see if there's a glossary. Foreign words. And then we just get to the dictionary. So the dictionary has no glossary. I'm sad. This is not the type of book that would have a glossary. All right. Now, shing! Now this word, I think this is the one we said before, glossator, or glossator. Glossator. It's a noun from the 14th century. One that makes textual glosses. They're creating them, writing them. And they could also be called a glossarist, which I kind of like saying that word a little bit better. Number 2, a compiler of a glossary. The one somebody was like, hey, here's this book we got. What are all these terms? Can you pull together all of the terms and phrases that we're using in this book and tell me what they mean? Because I don't know what they mean. And they say, yes, I will get right on that because I am a glossator. I shall compile the glossary for you. It brings me so much joy. Thank you very much. Shring! Next is glossitis. We saw this word come up before with the prefix gloss. It's a noun from circa 1834. I think you already know what this is, and I was going to say it before because I had a guess, but I didn't want to say it because I wanted to save it for this. But now we have come to the time where we have to say that this word means inflammation of the tongue. And I hope to never have glossitis. Ugh, I don't want it. I want to keep my tongue as svelte and uninflamed as possible. Shing! Next is glossographer. Glossographer. It is a noun from 1607. Hey, look at that. The synonym is glossator. That's our favorite word. The etymology says we have a little bit more information because we have added this grapher suffix to it. So we know that it's got the glossa or gloss prefix, which is tongue or language. And then we have added grapheme, which means to write. There's more at the word carve. Ooh, can you imagine carving a whole glossary? So they're not just maybe compiling the glossary, but they're actually writing it. Maybe not with their hand. Maybe they're using a typey thing. All right, next is shing. Oh, here we go. We found the word. Glossolalia. Glossolalia, glossolalia, glossolalia. It's a noun from 1879. The synonym is the 4C definition for the word tongue. Glossolalist? Glossolalist. That is a noun. Hey, what does the 4C definition of the word tongue mean? I don't know. We're gonna gotta wait. We gotta wait. Glossolalia. I'm so curious. Now, where did we see that before? We saw that with the glosso prefix, and it means language. So, something about language. That's all I can give you. All right, next. What's next? What do we got next? We got shing. Oh, this is a fun word. Glossopharyngeal nerve. Glossopharyngeal, that's all one word. And then the word nerve. Pharyngeal is Pharyngeal. This is a noun from circa 1823. Either of the ninth pair of cranial nerves that are mixed nerves and supply chiefly the pharynx, posterior tongue, and parotid gland. It is called also just glossopharyngeal. We don't even need to say the word nerve because the people who are using these words, they know what it is. They're like, yeah, that's a nerve. I know you say glossopharyngeal. That's the only thing that it could possibly mean. Nerve. All right, so what is it? Let's look up a chart. Oh, do I have to type in this whole word? If I type in nerve and then GLOSSO, there we go. It filled in the rest for me. Took a while to get there. Let's see. I want to look up pictures. I want to see where this is coming from in the head region. Now, which picture, which one? Ooh, this is a funny looking picture. He's got a bulgy. Well, that's a terrible picture. That's such low quality, I can't read any of those words. What about this one? Okay, so it really, it looks like the nerve is coming from probably like that, the base center of the brain, and then it comes forward, and then it branches off, and it goes to the back of the tongue, and that was what this thing said, the posterior tongue. Yep, that would be the back of it. Also, a bunch of other things in that whole. So it's really controlling the glossopharyngeal nerve is really what's controlling this whole back of the mouth area to help you eat, chew, swallow, speak, all of those things. It looks like. So let's see. It's pointing. There's the superior ganglion and the interior ganglion and the soft palate. It's pointing out all of these things, and I don't know if it controls all of these, but it's affecting at least most of these. The stylopharyngeus, the styropharyngeal branch, the stylochioid ligament, the pharyngeal branches on middle pharyngeal constrictor, the carotid branch, the carotid sinus, and then there's some other stuff. Oh man, what a crazy system. There's stuff that moves in and out to allow you to depending on if you're breathing or speaking or eating, and everything is moving around back there, and it's just like my glossopharyngeal nerve just went crazy when I chose to do that. Did I choose to do that? All right, next is shing. It's our last word. We got two forms. If you are paying attention, have you been paying attention in class? The test is coming. You could probably figure out what this word is, but I will tell you, it's the word glossy. First form, adjective from 1556. Number 1, having a surface luster or brightness. As in, rich, glossy leather. Also, glossy paper. Ooh, maybe the glossy paper is used. If you want to print up some photos, maybe you like your photos to have that glossy sheen, that shininess to your photos for some reason. Then you're like, give me that glossy paper. I don't want matte. I don't want dull. I want glossy. Paint also. Glossy paint, that's a thing. Number 2, attractive in an artificially opulent, sophisticated, or smoothly captivating manner. The synonym is slick. As in, lots of glossy and phony chatter. Well, this was a great definition. Attractive in an artificially opulent, sophisticated, or smoothly captivating manner. I don't think that I am glossy in this way. Artificially opulent? No, definitely not sophisticated. In a smoothly captivating manner. Attractive in a smoothly captivating manner. Yep, not that either. And this example is interesting. Lots of glossy and phony chatter. Ooh, phony. That helps to understand all of this chatter. It's all just small talk. Nobody cares. It's just like, meh, meh, meh. It's fake, fake, fake. There's a lot of people out there in the world like that. And it's all just glossy. It's all just sheen. It's all just fake surface level crippy crap. All right, what's next? More synonym information. Go see the word sleek. Glossolalia is an adverb, and glossiness is a noun. And one more entry. Shing. It's the second form of glossy. Noun from 1928. Number 1. A photograph printed on smooth, shiny paper. So you call that photo that's on the glossy paper, you call it a glossy. Give me those glossies. I need the glossies for my stories. Something. Number 2. It's chiefly British, and the synonym is the number 4 definition for the word slick. It could be a person who is slick, or a slick road covered in oil. I don't know. It's one of those. It's a glossy. Probably a person, maybe. I don't know. Okay, we did all the words. Let's talk about them again, and let's pick a word of the episode. What are we going to do? We're going to pick a word of the episode. Pick your nose. All right, so today we had gloss, 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 or glosso, glossa, glossarist, glossary, glossator, glossitis. I really hope I'm saying that word right. It looks like a long A, glossator. Glossitis, glossographer, glossolalia, glossopharyngeal nerve, glossy, and glossy. Well, I don't want to pick glossitis because I don't want inflammation of my tongue. I don't want the inflammation of that tongue. That tongue is going to stay uninflamed forever and ever. It's a shame. No. But I think I just for fun sound times, I think I need to pick glossolalia as the word of the episode. Glossolalia, it's got something to do with language. Glossolalia, speaking in tongues and languages and stuff. Glossolalia. Fantastic. Oh, I'm going to have to wipe off this gloss soon. Okay, next movie. Oh, boy, I only got one after this, so I'm really going to have to watch a movie soon. I don't know if I'm going to... We'll see what happens. The next movie is... Oh, boy, somebody told us about this documentary. It is called Corey versus the World. It came out last year, I guess, 2025. And it broke my brain. I don't know if it's a joke, if it's real, if it's fake, if it's what is happening in this world. You gotta watch it. I was speechless half the time, and then other times I had lots of things to say because I just am so confused and baffled by this human. But at the same time, it's... So I don't want to be too judgy, and I think you can't be too judgy. You gotta look at it. Well, I should tell you, it's about Corey Feldman and some stuff that he's doing and some choices he's made. And this person, he has been literally acting in front of the camera, famous for his entire life. He was a very, very tiny human when I think he first started. And I think maybe his first real gig was maybe when he was like 6 or something, but I think he started even before that. And this is his life. And he was, oh, what a glossy life he has had, speaking of gloss and glossy. And it's one thing to have this acting career and be part of these classic films and to be doing all of this other art, music, and stuff that he does. and then the world that's behind it, that business of show that he's a part of, and like I can't even imagine the people and the situations that he's been a part of, and there's a lot more to that the documentary goes into a bit, and it's just a crazy life that he has had, and really, especially in the later years, when you get support, when you get love from people, you're gonna keep on doing what you're doing, and some people might argue that some of the things that he is doing is not maybe technically good or talented or interesting, but if people love it, then why wouldn't you keep on doing it? Makes perfect sense to me, and I feel like I'm coming off judgy, and I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the life that he has had. And I wish the best for him. I do. But I also can't necessarily agree with all of the decisions and the things that he is doing. And boy, what a brain! What a brain that has been developed by the life that you have at that. Okay. Anyway, I talked a lot about that. Fascinating documentary, Corey versus the World. And I do believe that he is also well aware of a bit of the craziness, the insanity that some of us see. So he gets it, I think. Anyway, this has been Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye.